Well, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Um, there's a lot of blinking, but kind of a quiet day actually for blinking. Uh, okay, what am I seeing here? 277.63 is shorting times 1, but it's been doing it pretty steady in the last few hours. And I don't know if they're going to get there today, but I think they're going to probably get there tomorrow when our Fed chairman starts talking to us, possibly. I think we're going to see 277 is what I'm saying. I think you will see 277 in your near future. On the other hand, they blew the 261.50 times 12 that we had prevalently all through yesterday. They went down there and took it out. They went down to 261.20. Hey, before I forget, don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice and do your own research. I can't remember if I said that. So they went down to 261.20, and I thought they were going to go a little bit lower, but they didn't. And I did an update video. If you watched my last video, I did it around 10:50 or whatever. I said if you want to pick up $3-4, it went up exactly to 265 after that. So about $3.80 was the most you could have got out of it, $3-4. When you're in a downtrend, if you get your $3, $4, be happy. If we were in a short-term uptrend, that changes things, but we're not. The market makers are making lower highs and lower lows. So, okay, let's do a rundown of the shorting, the selling that they've done, so we get up to date on that for now. Okay, going back to, well, we've got something up at 283, a few hours up at 283 short, but it's not substantial. Starting with substantial, where they've really done a lot and they will go there, they have to go there. They've already committed. They own these shorts. They're waiting in line. So if you want 280, and that's the number that you want to sell at, sell 5 cents before it or 10 cents before it so you get filled, because they'll fill theirs at 280 and reverse on you for a day or two and leave you hanging. And they just love doing that. I think it makes them happy. Market makers want us to be happy. So anyway, 280 has got multi-billions waiting at 280. And they got the same thing going at 279, just not quite as much as 280. And them are two huge numbers at this point. And then, of course, you have 278 where they've shorted, and now they're shorting at 277.63 currently. Albeit it's sporadic, but every once in a while they start doing 30, 40 blinks per minute, and they keep coming back to that number. And that's why Grandpa's mentioning that number, because I think we're going to see 277 in the next day here, very likely, maybe even today, but tomorrow I think we're going to see 277. So pick your number you want to sell at. They blew 276 out of the water the other pre-market the other day. They went up to 276.15 in the first 5 minutes from 7 a.m. to 7:05 a.m. So they blew the 276 out, and they really haven't filled it back in. The next thing up is 277 area, 278, 279. These are the places you want to sell. Do not buy up there. If you buy up there, they're going to hurt you. And I'm serious, they will hurt you. Just be patient and take your profit. If you get up to that 277 or close to it, get out of Dodge. That's my opinion. And I'm only Grandpa, but I have an opinion. You can ask Grandma about it. Grandpa has opinion. Okay, now, so that's the sell side. It's pretty cut and dried, and unless you're doing just a bounce here, grabbing a bounce and want to get out quick, get your $3-4, do your thing, okay? Now on the buy side, pre-market they did 251.30, 247.30 pre-market. And during the regular market for a little bit, they did 256.30 times 1, just briefly. But the number that yesterday, their prevalent number was 261.50. They just slammed it, and they went down and they took it out. They took it out. They went to 261.20, and they took it out. And now they are building at 260. 260 times 2, and it's been pretty much all day. They're loading it up. That's 200 shares per blink, 20, 30 times a minute. They're still doing it. I'm looking at it right now. Then they went to 1 for a while. They went back to 2. They went back to 1. And in conjunction with it, when they want to do a bear flag, what they do is at the same time they're doing the 260, they'll do 259.80 times 2 for 5-10 minutes. And they're doing both numbers at the same time. So if you add the two of them together, you got 400 shares per blink between the two numbers that are close together. And that pulls her down right now. But when they pause the 259.80 and just do the 260, then it goes up. That's what they're doing to bring it up right now. And if they start running that 277.63 number with it, which they're doing right now, then she goes straight up. And of course, it's going straight up, heading for 277. 277.63 is their number. I'm going to front run that thing by 63 cents at least, because I like to sell my shares when I sell. I don't like it when they go up there and reverse on Grandpa before I get my fill. So, okay, let's do the buy side. I didn't cover the buy side. I'm sorry. So, we're in a long-term downtrend from almost 2 years ago, 22 months ago, that goes right through that 280. Okay, that's your number on the top side, and they will go there. It might be in a week, it might be in a month or so, but they're going there. That is positive. On the downside, 260, 259 area, 259, 260. It's not really substantial yet. It was when it was in conjunction with the 261.50, but they took that out. Excuse me, Grandpa ate very well. So, but they're filling in that 260 at a fast rate. So 259, 260 is a spot to buy. If you buy there, take your $5, $4, and get out, in Grandpa's humble opinion, because this thing's on a downtrend. We've been making lower highs. The market makers have been showing Grandpa lower highs and lower lows. Down below this, all I really have to talk about, where there's substance, of course, and you'll love this, is 239 to 243. They did 240 the other day times 3 for briefly for a while and filled it even more there. That's a pretty substantial area. That's where Grandma's got her buys in 239, 240, 241 area. That's where Grandma's going to buy. Grandma's very good at buying stuff with that price. So you will see that number. She's heading that way. Be careful for a gap down in the way these guys are playing the game. You know, because they'll take you down $10, $15 overnight. So be real careful buying. If you're buying, I wouldn't buy anything over 265 right now. I'd be just currently very leery of it, even though it's going to 277 according to Grandpa. But I like to be careful. So let's see. So then after the 239 to 243, which is a substantial number, then you have substance at 229 to 30 area. That's not near as strong as the one above it, but it's up substance. And then you have the 225 area that Grandpa keeps talking about. It's a month old today. They were down there a month ago, and they spent 4 days buying at 224.70 was the low end of it to 225.50, and I just call it 225. Excuse me, Grandpa's hoping he don't die during the live stream. So, are we going to 225? Yeah, we are. We will see 225. They own those positions. They are there. And there again, when you get down there, you might want to front run them by 10 cents or so, because when they take out their 224.70, they might take her back up. I'm expecting a good bounce there. I'm hoping for, $7 to $15 bounce that we can make some money there. As a matter of fact, if you get in there, I wouldn't even sell them. I just keep them because your next stop is going to be 280. She will turn. Now, we do have a half a day's worth at 209.80 that happened on Monday, yesterday. That was a month old. They did a half a day's worth there, and they also did 2 hours worth down at 205. And, when they're down that close to 225, they did 222 the other day and took our shares down. They took Tesla down a little over $7. They dropped the price just by buying at 222 long, 222 the other day, and they only did it for like 25 minutes, but they did it fast. So they have positions at $222, $222, and so Grandpa kind of thinks when they're that close to it, they're gonna take that out also. So the nice thing, the market makers like us, and they tell Grandpa where they're buying and where they're selling in advance. They don't even try to hide it from Grandpa, hardly, just all the time. But Grandpa can see the blinking, and they show Grandpa where they're selling and where they're buying. And I'm telling you, sell where they sell and buy where they buy. of substance. And if you do that, you're going to do great. If you get down that 225 or less area, load up and then just wait, because you might as well take the long ride up and get your 280. It's going to go up and down the whole way up, but it's going to 280. It's going to go past 280. It's going to go into the 300s. Pre-market today, they were goofing around up at 317, a little bit at 318. Shorting. And where they short, it goes to. Now, that isn't of substance, okay? You know, they can eat stuff. If it's not of substance, they can eat it later. But they're loading up there a little bit, day after day after day. And pretty soon, they got $100 million worth of shares in an area, and nobody knows it except Grandpa. Grandpa knows stuff. If I could add and subtract and write, you guys really have it going on. But Grandpa don't have all these brilliant talents. All I do is see the blinking. Okay, how long is this thing? Oh my goodness, I did another long video. Oh, I'm going to be back at 4 p.m. Remember, all good things are from the Lord. God bless you. And it's blinking at 260 times 1 like a mad hatter. And they have paused a little bit on the top side, but she's going up because the only thing blinking right now really on the buy side is the 260. So, well, I shouldn't say that. They're blinking above it at 260.80 times 2. They're raising it. They're running up the ladder, so to speak. Sell side, pretty quiet. I think we're going to see 277 in our near future. I think we're going to see 259.60. Grab it if you get a chance tomorrow. Grab that 259, 258, 260 area and take your $4 or $5 and get out of Dodge. Okay, Grandpa's got to go. This is crazy. Okay. God bless you, and we'll see you at 4 p.m., Lord willing. Bye-bye.